Hello and welcome to the audit process, the SAIL Waiver Vendor Training. This training is intended for current personal care vendors for the SAIL Waiver. These are audit processes for established vendors. You're just brushing up on this. You already know it, but this is a brush up course, and also you will see changes that have been made will be in bold, and I will repeat them twice. Thank you. There are two types of audits, the announced audit and the unannounced audit. The announced audit. DSP will be notified that an audit is scheduled. The SAIL auditor will explain the process to DSP, including what is needed for the audit and the time frame or the months to be audited. The minimum time frame to be audited will be 4 months. The DSP will be notified by mail, email, and/or fax. A letter will be provided stating the date of the visit and other information regarding the audit, including a form on which DSP will list all the SAIL waiver clients served during the audit period. DSP will have all the records of the clients served during the time frame ready for review. This includes timesheets, billings, missed visit reports, and supervisory visits. The DSP will have worker files ready for review for all personnel having served those clients or having reviewed those workers, even if they are no longer employed by the DSP. The unannounced audit, better known as a surprise audit. The unannounced audit requires no prior notification to DSP. The auditors will explain the process to DSP, including what is needed for the audit and the time frame or months to be audited at the time of arrival. The minimum time frame to be audited will be 4 months. All vendors are subject to random unannounced audits. Audit areas. The DSP administrative requirements, liability insurance, workers' compensation insurance, policies and procedures. The personnel requirements, TB tests, qualifications, training, background checks. Client records, client demographics, client service records, etc. Billing, bills, EVV records, supervisory visits, missed visits, inaccurate billings, and other areas as may be identified during the audit practice. Audit schedule. Audits will be conducted on an annual basis or more frequently at SAIL staff's discretion. If on the annual audit, a DSP is found to meet waiver regulations with minimal or no findings, an audit is not required but is optional for the next fiscal year. If the DSP is found to be out of compliance, a plan of correction is implemented with at least yearly audits. SAIL staff has the option to schedule an audit as announced or unannounced. An announced visit requires the auditor to send prior notification to DSP. The unannounced audit requires no prior notification to DSP. What an audit looks like. There's an entrance conference just to sit down and talk about what's going to be audited. Then there's the actual audit, and then there is a review of findings from SAIL staff to DSP staff. Files to be audited, the administrative files, the policy and procedure manual, the complaint log, and business documentation as outlined in your memorandum of agreement. Client files, 100% of all files will be audited. More files to be audited, employee files, administrator, RN supervisor, and RN LPNs who perform supervisory visits, all direct care employees providing personal care, personal assistant, and respite care services. Office workers having access to confidential client information may also be audited. All employees must meet employee requirements. All employees must meet worker training requirements. Proof with a copy of statewide, county, and municipality background checks on all employees. Proof or copy of National Sex Offender Registry checks. Proof and copy of Alabama Certified Nurse Aid Registry checks, direct service and nursing staff. Plan of correction. When a plan of correction is required, DSP will have 15 days from notification to submit a plan of correction to the SAIL Waiver Reviewer. If the findings are minimal, DSP can choose to provide the plan of correction while the SAIL Reviewer is present. The plan of correction must address each area of noncompliance and must identify DSP personnel responsible for ensuring the issues are corrected or monitored. If the plan of correction is unacceptable and does not meet SAIL requirements, DSP will be contacted by mail and/or email with a formal notice. The concerns with the plan of correction will be addressed, and DSP will be offered an opportunity to resubmit a plan of correction within 15 days of the written notice their plan was denied as unacceptable. Upon receipt of the second plan of correction, a determination will be made to determine if the plan of correction is acceptable, approved, or unacceptable, denied. If the plan is acceptable, notice will be sent to DSP notifying them the plan is approved. Follow-up visits. Follow-up visits will occur depending on the seriousness of the discrepancies noted during the SAIL audit. If major deficiencies occur in one area of the audit tool, a 6-month follow-up visit will be necessary. If major deficiencies in 2 or more of the audit tool areas are found in a majority of the records reviewed, a 3-month follow-up visit will be necessary. Findings in all areas of the audit tool will constitute a major deficiency, and a follow-up visit will be necessary. During the follow-up visit, the SAIL reviewer will conduct the audit by reviewing the plan of correction and monitoring DSP's current documentation, thus ensuring the plan of correction is being implemented. An exit conference will be held with DSP following the same procedures identified previously. Health and safety violations. Missing and/or late TB tests. Missing and/or late National Offender Registry checks. Missing and/or late employee background checks. Missing and/or late fraud abuse registry checks. RN LPN not meeting waiver requirements. For example, education or licensure. And their possible consequences. Immediate notification to the case manager to make other arrangements for the provision of services for the client, including notification to the client's caregiver or responsible person, and contract with another DSP to ensure health and safety. Immediate notification to the SAIL director, providing information on steps taken to ensure health and safety of the waiver clients. Notification to Medicaid. Immediate plan of correction from DSP covering the health and safety issue with a written plan of correction to follow within 15 working days. The plan of correction should set forth with reasonable timelines to correct the identified problems and steps DSP has taken to ensure the problem will not recur. If a plan of correction is not implemented, the case manager will be notified to move clients to another DSP, and the SAIL director will be notified. SAIL reserves the right to place a DSP on immediate probation, and SAIL also reserves the right to terminate the MOA. Retraining. Each DSP will be provided the opportunity for retraining on the scope of services at the conclusion of the exit conference after each audit. Each DSP can request that a program specialist come to their facility and work with them on areas that need improvement. Recoupment or overpayment. SAIL may recoup funds previously paid to a DSP for reasons that may include, but are not limited to, health and safety violations, non-compliance with the required initial visit, non-compliance with supervisory visits, and billing for services not provided. Always audited documents. DSP agrees to cooperate with audits conducted by SAIL staff. Audits will be conducted annually, but more frequently at the SAIL staff's discretion. Audits will be conducted on site every 2 years, alternating years with a desk audit. Audits may be scheduled or unannounced. At the time of the audit, the DSP will make the following documentation available: a copy of the business licenses, proof of liability insurance and coverage, proof of workman's compensation coverage for direct service workers, a projected budget for the year, at least 6 months of bank statements or other suitable documentation, such as DSP's bank letter of credit, showing sufficient capital to maintain business operations when payment from the state of Alabama Comptroller's Office is significantly delayed, such as during the change of fiscal years. DSP's Policy and Procedures Manual, in-service training records, emergency plan that includes a provision of client services, complaint log, files on all direct service workers providing services to SAIL consumers, even if no longer employed at the time of audit, files on SAIL consumers served during the audit period, and copies of all EVV system service logs, timesheets, and missed visits, supervisory visits, billing, and claim reports for the designated audit period. If you have any questions about the audit process, please give me a call. I'm Lillian Butler. You can reach me at lillian.butler@rehab.alabama.gov or call 334-293-7349. Thank you.